Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Recipes by Chandana. Today I'm making a sweet recipe and that is Besan Halwa. My mom used to make this recipe, so today I'll be showing how we make this recipe. Now I've taken a bowl. I've taken 1 cup of besan. Now I'm staining this so that there are no lumps left. Even though you are taking a pure besan powder or kadle hittu, what we call it in Kannada, it's better you stain it once. Now after staining, I've kept it aside in a plate. Now I've taken some saffron. Here I'm using the Himalayan saffron. This is not any paid promotion or anything. I always use this and I like it, so I'll be using it. I'm adding a little bit of it. Okay. So to this, I'm adding little milk. Make sure the milk is hot so that it starts leaving the color. So I'll just keep it aside. Now I've taken a bowl and transferring the gram flour into it. I'm adding 2 bowls of milk to it. 1 bowl. Another bowl. Now I'm mixing it very well so that it doesn't form any lumps. You can also use a whisker to see there are no lumps formed. Meanwhile, I'm just taking another pan and keeping it into a medium flame. Now as you can see, I've completely mixed the gram flour with milk. Now to the pan, I'm adding around half a glass of water. Now that the water is boiling, I'm adding around 2 cups of sugar. And now I'll allow the sugar to melt completely. Now as you can see, our sugar syrup is boiling completely and the sugar has melted. So now I'll just switch off the flame and filter it off once so that if there is any residue or any dirt or something, it just comes off. I'll just stain it once and show you again. Now as you can see, I've taken another bowl and a strainer. I'll just transfer everything to it slowly. Be careful as it is very hot. Now after straining it once, I've taken the same kadai and transferring it back again. Now I am again switching on the flame and make sure now the flame is only in the simmer level. Don't keep it on a higher flame. So now slowly we have to mix this besan and milk mixture to the sugar syrup. Now as you can see, I'll be slowly mixing the mixture with the sugar syrup. Make sure you're stirring it continuously so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Adding around half the bowl of the ghee and mixing it. Make sure you're very careful when you're mixing the ghee because it will be boiling from inside. You have to keep on mixing like this. In few minutes, all this ghee will get absorbed again. Now, as you can see, the ghee is absorbed fully. Now at this stage, I'm adding the saffron milk. This is optional. If you want, you can add it. But this will give a very nice aroma. Now after adding the saffron milk, just switch off the flame for a few seconds and mix everything properly. Now can you look at the consistency? Now I'm switching on the flame again and keeping it on a simmer flame. Now again I'm adding around half the bowl of the ghee and mixing it. You have to keep on mixing like this. In few minutes, all this ghee will get absorbed again. After stirring it for around 15 to 20 minutes, if you can see, this is the consistency. We have to wait till we get this consistency. And I've greased one plate over here. I've just added ghee and kept it for around 2 to 5 minutes now. So I'll be transferring some mixture onto it. I'm transferring the mixture to a plate. I'm just transferring it. I'll be leaving this for around 25 to 30 minutes and then only we have to cut it because it needs to cool down a bit. Please don't cut it immediately. Wait for around 25 to 30 minutes at least and then cut it. I'll show you after that. Guys, now I've taken some badam. This much of badam. And I'm also adding pista. A handful of pista. I'm just grinding this. So as you can see, I've grinded it. Now I've taken the halwa. I'll be garnishing this. So then you can just cut it into different shape or whichever shape you like. I'll show you how I'm folding on the butter paper. I've taken one butter paper. I'm placing one piece of halwa on it. Then I'm folding it from one side, then another side, and from top and bottom, and placing it in a plate.